Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
Good day to every single one of you, wherever you are on the planet. You are tuned in. You are listening to the Lunar Lounge with myself, Israel Josie. Welcome. Great to have you on board. Yes, welcome. If this is the first time you are listening to this show, this is a show which aims to share, inform, entertain, educate in the areas of astrology and how it relates to us human beings down here on planet Earth. That is the, if you want to say, the center of what the show essentially is about. It's astrological centered, it's astrologically oriented. So yes, but I do connect it with other things. Tarot. Speaking of tarot, there's going to be a tarot card of the week later on. Run a competition every week. We got competition time. We got some books up for grabs. Looks like we got some winners. So that's going to be coming up for grabs. What else? I'll also be bringing up the chart for the moment, letting us know what particular aspects or configurations and alignments are taking place, how that's going to be affecting us down here on planet Earth also as well. What else? And like I said, I do rope in other things. Tarot, numerology, psychology, philosophy, all the E's, basically. And just understanding of different spiritual disciplines, whatever. All are welcome. I've got a number of guests lined up. Just trying to get that timing, you know, because a lot of them are in other places. Some of them is probably going to have to be pre-recorded, so that might go up on the Sunday show. By the way, this is the only podcast that uploads twice a week, every Sunday, every Wednesday. However, the Wednesday show is live, as you can. Sorry about that. I don't know why the hiccup is. I'm having trouble sort of like tuning in on my Instagram. So my Instagram people are probably waiting, thinking, what's happening? But you guys here on the YouTube want to say good afternoon. Welcome to each and everybody. Shout outs to Faye, Shayo, big up yourself, brother. Also, Yvette is in the building. Greetings to all. If you're all wondering, why is it you turn your head? It's because I'm looking at two screens. So I have to multitask around here, you know? One-man army here, baby. Ain't got no fancy lights and cameras and, you know, glamorous assistants running around. No fancy wardrobe. It's just me, myself, and I, right here on the Lunar Lounge podcast. So welcome. So I'll be bringing up the chart for the moment. We know, what's the word for the October now? Intense October. It seems to be the word that's flying around here. That's the name we need to call October right now, because it's really, really, yeah, it's all kicking off. You know, too much to mention, but we'll go into that in terms of what's happening. How is the weather where you are? Looking outside right now on my wonderful, beautiful balcony, and it's cloudy. Just as you would expect England to be, you know. Yeah, I've got the nice white cloudy weather, English British weather. Why not? It is that time of the year. It's just the way the weather changed. Well, for me anyway, because it was like we were having this kind of warm energy, and they were saying, oh, you know, it was going up into the late 20s, 26, 30. You know, it was quite nice. And then all of a sudden, like, you know what I mean? 4 degrees, mate. Like, how you jump from 26 to 4? Like, well, listen, man. It is what it is. Global warming, right? So yeah, there is that competition later on. I did mention that. Tarot, the card of the week, also coming later. I will be bringing up the chart for the moment. If you have any questions, for those of you on the YouTube, yes, come on in and yeah, let me know if there's any questions. Oh, we've got Tiffany in the building. Yeah. straight from Memphis, Tennessee. Wow. Okay. Welcome. Yes. Great to catch you. Great to have you here, Tiffany. Is it Tiffany Greer? Am I pronouncing it correctly? The weather here is chilly, and sun isn't up yet. It's 6:37 a.m. Catching up, people? 6:30. That's like 6 hours behind for where I am. So you're working with Central Time. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, wow. So the sun's not even up and it's hot in Memphis, Tennessee. Well, it would be, wouldn't it? What's that? Mid-South in the US? Yeah, you would be warm kind of down there. Well, don't rub it in. Trust me, you got a lot of jealous people over here in the UK who'll be listening to that thinking, you, how dare you come here showing off about your lovely weather. But no, great to have you on board, Tiffany. Thanks a lot for updating us. You see how the world is? You see, we're all on one planet, but we're all experiencing different things, even from the weather to characteristics to experiences to circumstances to people. We will all experience different and various things depending where we are on the planet Earth. So quite interesting in that sense. So yeah, exactly. Even if that's saying, wow, you get me. It's not even sunrise yet, as you saying. It's weather's chilly and sun isn't up yet. So okay, yeah, it will be 76 degrees by noon. 76. Jesus Christ, what's going on here? 76. Okay, get the Richter scales out, people. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Right? It's all about where we are on the globe. Well, I mean, what can I say? We always want somewhere that's grass is always greener, right? We always want somewhere that's warmer. But this is you're where you're supposed to be. It's part of our fate, right? I'm trying to log on here on Instagram, but it's not happening. It's not having it, and it's not happening. So yeah, don't know what the hell's going on here. I'm trying, but don't look like I'm going to be on Instagram this week. God damn. Okay, people are just going to have to come on YouTube. It's saying having trouble connecting. It's going. Well, Mercury's not retrograde, well, that's for sure. We're having trouble with sharing your live. Why would you be having trouble in sharing my live? That should not be the case, and I should be able to go live. It's saying no internet connection. Well, there doesn't need to be any internet connection because, okay, let's do this. I think I know what's happening here. They shouldn't, because you should be able to be using. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Anyway, I think I might have solved the problem. So let's go. Oh, it's now saying I am live. Goody. So people can now join in from the Instagram. So Tiffany up early. Tiffany up early did. Early day, is that what you wanted to say there? Okay, let's bring up the chart for the moment. Welcome everybody here on the Instagram. I was having trouble. It wouldn't let me, start. And I couldn't start the show without you, right? Okay, welcome to the Lunar Lounge, people. It's a show aimed to inform, entertain, educate about the stars and how their influence is upon us. So I'm going to bring up the chart for the moment. So let's bring up the chart for the moment and let's see what is happening. What it be like, baby. What it is. Okay. So here we have it. Where is the moon currently right now? The moon is in Sagittarius. Moon entered Sagittarius, I think, early hours of the morning or very late last night. something around that time. So moon is in Sagittarius right now. So this show could be very volatile. Okay. You know, we go with the name of the show is the Lunar Lounge podcast. So we go with the rhythms of the moon. Moon is in Sagittarius right about now. Could be crazy. Could be going one way 1 minute, next minute we're going in a whole different new direction. Very volatile. Yeah, be prepared. Moon is currently in Sagittarius, squaring Venus. Ooh, dun, dun, dun. Anyway, let's get onto some major stuff. What is it that is happening in the skies? I think we're going to be having a Mercury kazimi any day now. Tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow, Mercury is going to be kazimi, people. We got a Mercury kazimi. Now, for those of you who don't know what Mercury kazimi is, this is when the planet Mercury and the sun are so close together, you know, they are literally minutes away. The time is actually 17 minutes when they're 17 minutes apart. For those of you a bit more kind of advanced or well-versed in astrology will know what I'm talking about. But this is a very auspicious time. It only happens for a certain time of the day. When Mercury's kazimi, it's very auspicious. It's very good for anything to do with trade. Do we have any traders in the building? Any traders in the building? Okay, this is your... it's very good for trade or any kind of exchange, any kind of negotiations. Any of you doing any negotiations? Well, you want to take advantage of this. Good for any kind of literacy, paper signing, document signing. Also as well, Mercury right now is in mutual reception with Venus. Venus is in Virgo, Mercury is in Libra, mutual reception. 2 planets in each other's sign. Wowee. So we really want to enjoy this one, don't we? Tiffany say, yeah, Mercury combusts the conjunct sun, south node. Yes, that is coming up. But there's going to be a kazimi moment, which will be tomorrow. Let's see here. I want to try and locate when this kazimi moment is gonna be. Okay, 26, 17. Mercury's gonna catch him up. Mercury's like the fast one. Okay, so 26. So we're talking about starting from tomorrow. Hold on, let me get this time here. I want to get it down. Okay, kazimi. If we really want to be talking about kazimi, how far we got? So we're talking about tomorrow. Let's play it safe. From about from about 9 p.m. That's GMT time. Yeah, okay, so adjust the clocks to where you are. Tiffany, you're in Memphis, so what, you're going to be 6 hours earlier. So 9 o'clock, so that's going to be what? 9 p.m. over here, it's going to be what? 3 p.m. your time? Memphis, Tennessee. But adjust the clocks depending where you are on the planet. The planet Mercury is going to be kazimi, meaning it's going to be in the heart of the sun. And that is going to go on for about, let's see here. It's going to go on for about, the Mercury will be kazimi until it's working this stuff out. Okay. And then Mercury is going to turn into an evening star. Mercury will be kazimi until, give or take, it'll be kazimi until about 5 p.m. On the 20th. So he's going to be kazimi from 9 p.m. on the 19th, tomorrow the 19th of October, until about 5 p.m. on the 20th of October. That's GMT time. Mercury will be kazimi. Okay. After that, then he's going to go back out. Then he'll be combust. We have what's known as combustion. Any planet within 8 degrees of the sun is combust. Okay, but if it gets into the heart of the sun in a range of 17 minutes, it's kazimi. It's good, it's protected, and it's very auspicious. Mercury is the planet of trade, communications. Probably why I couldn't connect. You know, Mercury's combust right now. Mercury rules communications, change, exchange, any form of exchange. That is Mercury. So anything to do with that it's negotiations, signing papers, all of this kind of stuff. Anything to do with documents, literacy, exams, travel. All these things are favored during the time when Mercury is in that auspicious place of kazimi. Now, kazimi doesn't last long, as you can see. It's starting tomorrow, the 19th of October, round about, when did I say? 10 p.m. in the evening, right? Until 5 p.m. on the 20th. So it's not even 24 hours. It's under 24 hours. However, Mercury in that time is very, very auspicious. So if there's any of you guys who do trade, it will be great for trade, great for any kind of literacy, signing an agreement, sign a document. Maybe perhaps it will be great for launching something also as well. So yeah, could all be there. Tiffany is supposed to read dedicated astrologer predicted text nuisance. What's that? Tiffany, it's supposed to read dedicated astrologer. Okay, predicted text nuisance sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Oh God, I tell you, reading your stuff in the chat is murder. But I hear that. But after that, yes. Mercury will come out of kazimi and Mercury will be combust. Mercury will then be combust. And yes, it's also with the South Node. Well, we know that wasn't too far away. The whole eclipse is about the sun and moon being with the nodes. And that's going to, again, lend its hand to us in a few weeks' time, because we got another eclipse coming up. We got a lunar, a full moon eclipse in the sign of Taurus. So I'm going to be talking about that in a bit, letting us know what it is that we can look forward to with that and other whatever planetary configurations that we can be looking forward to. But from tomorrow, do you remember, 10 p.m. GMT time up until 5 p.m. on the 20th, the next day, Mercury will be kazimi, very, very auspicious, people. So utilize that. It's a good one. It really is. It really is a good one. So so yeah, we want to take advantage of that. Okay, what else do we have that is upon us? I'll talk about Mercury, South Node, and the whole combustion thing in a moment. I mean, Mercury is combust for a lot of the time in the year. It's not abnormal because Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. So we expect Mercury to be combust most times, right? So it's not something abnormal, but I suppose it's not going to be good with the South Node, especially with what's going on over there on the Gaza Strip in the state of Israel. That's probably not going to be good. Why? Because Mercury rules what? Reporters. Yeah. So all those journalists and stuff, they are using Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication. So that doesn't look so good for that kind of situation, which is happening over there. But I'll talk more about that in a moment, more when I'm talking about the eclipses, or I might talk about it even before the eclipses. What else do we have? Okay, Mars has moved into Scorpio. Spoken about that. He's going along. He's still trining Saturn, so we still have a bit of endurance going on. So okay, coolio. We'll take that. It's fading, but okay. We'll take it for what it's worth. Now, one thing that I'm not saying not looking forward to, but I want to put out there, the sun right now is squaring Pluto. Okay, I spoke about this last week. The sun currently is squaring Pluto. Any Leos out there? Leo rising people out there? No. Leo rising. This will affect you more so, but it's out there in the heavens, so it's going to be affecting all of us. It's just going to be affecting us all in different ways, depending where the sun is in our charts, where Leo is in our charts. It's going to be affecting us in different ways. The sun is square Pluto. Now, the sun is to do with spirit. It's to do with the spirit of the people. Okay, when the sun is squaring Pluto, the planet of power, the planet of transformation, the planet of the deep. Pluto has a very purging function. Pluto is a purging planet. Anything Pluto touches, he purges it. He brings up old stuff which has not been resolved and roots it. He uproots any kind of psychological imbalances. That's the job of Pluto. So sun squaring Pluto, and this is a intense, this is an aspect that's tough. This is the aspect that kicked off. Remember, I told you guys, I said it's before that, as that Mars was coming to square to Pluto, I told you this is a pressure cooker here, and it's about to kick off. Something's going to kick off. And surely enough, the moment Mars hit that 23, 24 degrees of Libra, well, guess whose ascendant is at 23 or 24 degrees of Libra? Well, the state of Israel. The state of Israel is 23 degrees of Libra. I mean, you couldn't make it up if you tried. You couldn't make it up if you were Steven Spielberg and Martin Scorsese directing a movie. That's the universe directing its movie to us. And voila, boom, it all kicks off. So yeah, so somebody's letting me know here in the YouTube chat, Leo rising here, feeling it big time. Yeah, I bet you are. Sun square Pluto can be a very intense time. It can be a very deep purging time. You may feel frustrated, like you want to unleash, you want to release all this rage or pent-up stuff, things that have been bottled up for years, all feelings that need to be alienated and you need to get them out. That is what it's like. Shout outs to everybody here on the Instagram. Is that how do I pronounce your name? Iramasa? Please forgive me if I'm pronouncing it correctly. My sun is conjunct Pluto on the ascendant. Yeah, you will definitely be feeling that. Anybody who has Sun Pluto aspects in the chart will definitely feel that, no matter what kind of aspect you have. you're going to feel this aspect right now as it's happening in the heavens. So, yeah, this is a time for transformation. It's a time for purge. It's a time for release. It's a time for letting go. It's a time for regenerating yourself. It's a time for finding your power. We all have a power structure, a power center that we need to, yeah, that's what it's about. So yeah, watch this space, people. Okay, we've got another Leo rising in the building. Okay, shout outs to Leo risings, or Leos, or people with Sun conjunct Pluto. Shout outs to you, for sure. Yeah, somebody saying here, feeling the same, Leo. Yeah. It's a heavy one. Well, we've got the Sun squaring Pluto. It's happening right now as I'm speaking, and it's building up. Tomorrow the Sun will move to 25 degrees, then the day after 26. So the square is going to peak on the 21st of October. On the 21st of October, the Sun is going to be exactly square Pluto. Where is my pen? I need to write this one down myself. Yeah. This was one for the diaries, people. Sun square Pluto. Yeah, it's going to be exact on the 21st of October. What do you think we can expect with that? High intensity, yeah, and the rest. Just getting my paper here, just getting my notes out. Just want to mark that down myself. Yeah, see, I practice what I preach, you know. Don't feel that I don't be doing it too. I'll be keeping a diary too. So Sun Pluto. So that's a big one, right? So that's gonna be exact on the 21st. So watch out, watch what happens, watch your news, watch what's going to be happening around this time. Yes, we know that the war is on, right? We know that. So we know that the war is on, and you know, every day we're hearing different things, and of course bombs are dropping and stuff like that. But let's see what's going to be happening around this particular time. Who's that? Slobo 007. Welcome. So watch around that time, the 21st of October. Sun is going to be exactly square Pluto. Here we could have a real intense situation, an intense moment. Okay, so let's see how that goes. So it's going to be peak. That's when it reaches its peak on the 21st of October. On the 22nd of October, it will start to wane, but it's still there. 23rd of October, still starting to wane. The Sun is going to be at its last degree on the 29th. And I believe actually on that 29th, why do I keep saying 29th? I'm getting the degree and the days mixed up. The 23rd, sorry. The 23rd. I believe on that day, on the 23rd, that will be the day when the Sun, later on that day, the Sun is going to move into the sign of Scorpio. Which is the co-ruler of Scorpio. Pluto is the co-ruler of Scorpio. So we're getting Sun square Pluto, and then he goes into Scorpio. I think the universe is trying to tell us something here. Mars is already in Scorpio. So yeah. So let's see how that plays out. But then the Sun will move into Scorpio on the 23rd, 24th. It will move into Scorpio. Then we're going to have what? Sun in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio. About to get intense, people. About to get deep. About to get deep. Hold your horses. Okay. So Sun moves into Scorpio. So we'll welcome that. Mercury will move in actually a few days before I believe Mercury moves into Scorpio on the 22nd, 21st, 22nd. Mercury is going to move into Scorpio. Okay, so again, we'll welcome that also as well. What else is happening? On a bit of a lighter note, where are we at here? Today's the 18th. The planet Venus is trining Jupiter right now. I repeat, the planet Venus is trining Jupiter right now. And Jupiter is actually in the sign of Taurus, which belongs to Venus. This can be a very uplifting time. It's probably one of the most best or easier aspects that is out there right now that we're having. Venus is trining. It's not the best of Venus. Venus is in Virgo at the moment, but I'll take it. Okay? Oh, she's triplicity ruler. So we got Venus trining Jupiter right about now. This can be uplifting. This can be good for financial situations, can be good for romantic or love and relationship situations. Any Tauruses out there, Libras, Taurus rising, Libra rising, anybody who's got Venus, Jupiter aspects in their charts, anybody Virgo rising, anybody Pisces rising, this could be good for your money. Okay. So Venus trine Jupiter, it's good. It brings a bit of a sparkle. It gives us a sense of freedom. We want to, grow and be a bit, larger than life. Is it Iramasa? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Do forgive me if I'm not. Do correct me if I'm. Iramasa saying Libra rising. Oh, so we got a Libra rising in the house. Shout out to Libra rising or Taurus rising. Or Virgo rising. Pisces rising. This can be quite good for you. Era. Okay. Shall I just say Era? Okay. Era. Masa. Shall I just say Era? Okay, I'll just say Era. So yeah, this aspect could be good. The only thing about this aspect, and I've mentioned it before, is that it can lead people to overindulge. Like something like this. Too much drinking. This is water, by the way. It's not gin. So yeah. It can be a bit overindulging, Venus, Jupiter. It can make us overdo anything. Venus is connected with anything to do with the senses, pleasure seeking, sex, drink, alcohol, party, eating, food, shopping. So be mindful that you don't overspend during this time. Yeah, water. Suppose I could drink too much water too. It's possible. Somebody was asking me the other day, how do you drink so much water when you're doing the... I'm like, this is nothing. I'll kill this in like a minute. This stuff that you see me take here, it's just like, just to wet the mouth and, but it's nothing. I'd go through this bottle in no time. I'll go for at least 2-3 of these in a day, like, And Cancer rising, what do you expect? Need to have that water. So Venus, Jupiter. So Venus, Jupiter, we can expect, a sense of growth here. This can be good. It can sort of like urge us towards perhaps, finding ways of increasing our financial situations. So that's quite in natal Venus trine Jupiter. So yes, team of life. Okay, yeah. If you have a Venus, Jupiter, any aspect actually, you will feel this one. So Venus Jupiter is good. It's very encouraging, actually. and can be really a great time to really sort of like, yeah, embark on you know, something good, but can be a bit overindulgent. So, and that's happening now, and that's going to peak because Venus is at 8 degrees, Jupiter's at 12. So we're going to get the peak of that on the 22nd. On the 22nd is where we get the peak. That's when Venus and Jupiter trine is going to be at its peak, at its strongest. Maybe some of you may want to play the lottery with this one. Anybody here who is, let me get my thinking cap on. Anybody here who's Capricorn rising? Any Capricorn risings in the building? You may want to buy a lottery ticket. What days does this fall on? Oh, it's a Sunday, so you might want to get a scratch card. Yeah? Yoel's in the building. Libra rising and sun with my Venus in Sag. Okay, coolio. Go for it, baby. This is your time. Venus trining Jupiter. But if we got any Capricorn rising in the building, do we have any Capricorn rising in the building? Do we have any Gemini rising in the building? Capricorn rising, Gemini rising. Yeah? If we have any Capricorn rising, Gemini rising, perhaps you should give it a go and try and go buy a lottery ticket on Sunday, the 22nd. That's this Sunday coming, right? Venus trine Jupiter. Capricorn rising, Gemini rising, right? Those two. Go for it, baby. So go buy a scratch card. Yes. I see somebody here is owning up to that. Taurus in the house. Okay, Jupiter in the 10th. Okay, cool. Yeah, Cap rising. Yeah, go for that. Capricorn rising, Gemini rising. Go buy that lottery ticket, baby. It's good. Good chances there. Don't say I don't tell you nothing. This is an educating show. Is it not? So that's a good aspect. So Venus Jupiter is good, but it can overextend. We don't want, you don't try to raise, because the thing is with Jupiter is Jupiter raises that, you know, expectation. So sometimes there can be a thing of overdoing things with Jupiter. It can go a bit overboard. Can go a little bit extreme sometimes. A bit like a balloon. Pops, you know what happens when it goes too big, it pops, it deflates. So yeah. What's that coming up on my screen? Yeah, so do watch out for that. But it is a good aspect. It's a good feeling aspect. And although, yes, I'm still mindful of that, there are some serious catastrophes going on in the world, but this is a nice aspect, and to those who it favors, do take it and use it wisely. It's how the world works. So yeah. So that's Venus Jupiter. So that peaks on the 22nd. It will still be there even a few days after. It will start to fade round about the 26th, 27th of October. So we've got until now, as I'm speaking, up until the 27th of October, right? 26th, 27th. So what, for about what, 10 days for the best part? Yeah, you can utilize that. It's a mixed bag. Correct, Mason. It's a mixed bag, or it indeed is a mixed bag for sure. That's how the world definitely works. So Venus Jupiter is nice. It brings a bit of a, you know, a nice upliftment, at least, in the building. What else of them we've got? Then we got all these planets moving into Scorpio. We love the Scorpios, don't we? So what, this time next week, we'll be welcoming the Scorpio season. Yeah, we've got Halloween coming up. Remember, I'm doing a Halloween special, the podcast. It's not going to be on Wednesday. It's going to be on the Tuesday before, because I believe Halloween is on the 31st, and that's when we're going to go at it. So I'm going to do like podcast special, and it's going to be a Halloween special. So yeah. What else is there? I'm messaging my sister to speak, but okay. I'm okay. I'm messaging my Gemini sister as we speak to buy a scratch card. Yeah. And if any of you Gemini rising or Capricorn rising buy that scratch card and you happen to win, 10% of it is mine. I don't care if you win £10. I don't care if you win 10,000. I don't care if you win 10 million. I want my 10%, baby. Yeah, right. I could picture some of you now winning 10 million and saying, oh yeah, let me take out 10% and send it over to Israel. Yeah. By that time, you're gonna bought what, 10 mansions, you're sipping I don't know, pina colada on the beach of Bahamas or something. Don't even remember about a podcast show called The Lunar Lounge. You'll be in your own lounge. You know, see there? You see, where's the contract? People are already asking, where's the contract? Okay, yeah, that's a verbal contract. That is a contract. The fact that I said it, it's a contract. Okay, so we're gonna have all these planets moving into Scorpio. That's cool. By the 24th of October, we've got Mars is trotting along in his sign, very powerful, very intense, mission orientated. He's going to start to make an opposition to the planet Jupiter. This is going to start picking up from about the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Okay, this is going to be it. We're going to have the planet Mars in Scorpio opposing the planet Jupiter. Oh, dear, dear me. Okay, Mars opposing Jupiter. This is starting from the 24th. I'm writing it down as well. I'm putting this one in my diary too. So we got Mars opposition Jupiter in Scorpio, right? Okay. Mars is in Scorpio, Jupiter's in Taurus. So they're going to be opposing each other. This opposition is going to peak. Let's look at this peak for this one. Is going to peak on the 29th of October. God damn. Okay. That's when it's going to peak. That's when the opposition of Mars, it might even be peaking. Actually, let me take it back. No, it's going to actually peak on the 28th of October. 28th, but it's still going to be at its peak because of the slow movement. It's still going to be at its peak on the 29th. So 28th, 29th of October, we've got the planet Mars in Scorpio opposing Jupiter in Taurus. Mars is about energy, motivation, conflict. We know he's the god of war. Well, we saw that. He's the one responsible, or one of the things responsible, or definitely played a part in this conflict that we're seeing right now. He's going to be opposing Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. You get the planet of war, expansion. What do we get? Expansive war, war expanding, conflict. They're opposing each other. Watch out for this date also as well. And this is practically the 28th is also the day of the lunar eclipse, which I'll be speaking about in a moment. So on that day, on the lunar eclipse, you've got the planet Mars opposing Jupiter exact. And the buildup is starting now. So still a bit more to come. It's the storm before the calm. Okay, it's the storm before the calm. We know this eclipse thing set off the whole thing with Israel. It's the storm before the calm. This is it. Okay. So watch out for this particular time. It's we know that things are very sensitive out there right now. People are really, going at each other because of whether it's alliances with groups of people, religion, whatever. We know that it's intense out there right now. I mean, this thing is, you can see why people are feeling or thinking that this thing could turn into World War III. I very much doubt it will. But you could see why people are thinking that way. Because this thing, although we think, okay, it's just within Israel and it's Israel and Palestine and Palestinians and stuff like that, and certain Arab nations are also looking very closely, and quite rightly so, it's on their doorstep, right? But it's also spilling out. Because why? We live in a very multicultural society these days, and so this stuff is spilling out. So even regardless of where you are, there's pockets of tensions, because people are supporting people in various places around the world. People are for and people are against. So yeah, Mason is saying Mars protects the country, agriculture. Yeah, Mars can do that. Yes, he's definitely a protector. But yeah, Mars opposing Jupiter, Mars in his own sign, on an eclipse, on a lunar full moon eclipse, although it's a good eclipse, let's not deny that one. I'll speak about that one in a moment. But literally, let me bring up the eclipse chart actually, and see what's happening right there. Okay, so that's the eclipse chart. So we can see right here. So you can see the eclipse chart, 5 degrees of Taurus. But again, and it's conjunct Jupiter, but also opposing Mars. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. I'm trying to find a name to call this eclipse, because it's got some really good positive stuff in it. The moon is exalted in Taurus, so that's an advantage. That is something that we can relish, we can celebrate. She's conjunct Jupiter. That's good. You've got an exalted moon conjunct Jupiter. What I don't necessarily like, or what I would be wary of, is the fact that they're both opposing Mars. And this ain't no normal Mars. This is Mars in his house. Mars is in his domain. What you gonna do? What you gonna tell Mars in his domain? Huh? You can't tell him shit. That's one thing that you ain't gonna tell Mars in Scorpio. You do not have a chance. So here it may get a bit serious. Let's watch out for this. Let's send out positive energy for this. However, we've got the eclipse happening on the 28th of October. It's in the sign of Taurus at 5 degrees. By the way, I don't know why I'm mentioning this. However, if you want to know how these lunations, new moons, full moons, eclipses, how they are affecting you more personally, according to your own birth chart, I do have a paid subscription membership where you do get readings once a month. You get a nice audio reading of based on your lunar return and the lunar phases, and I let you know how they are affecting you personally. The prices are soon going up, and I mean really soon. At the moment, there's 3 parts. You've got the gold, platinum, and the diamond. Preferably, if you want to know more about your stuff on the astrology, you want to get either the platinum or the diamond. The gold package is £10 a month for now. The platinum package is £20 a month for now. And the diamond package is £30 a month. It's about to change very soon. Don't say I didn't tell you. Gave you enough time. And shout outs to everybody who has signed up. Thanks a lot for the support there. You're keeping me mad busy. I know I'm crazy. Trust me, I know I'm definitely crazy. When I keep looking back, I'm like, what the fuck have I done? Excuse my French. Yeah, I repeat that. What the fuck am I doing? It's madness. Crazy. However, it's there. So I let you know about how these new moons, full moons, eclipses, and all that stuff, how and where it affects in your chart, depending on how your chart is situated and lined up. So yeah, go get it before the prices go up. They're going to go up any day now. That's for sure. So yeah, go there and subscribe, and it's monthly, and you can cancel anytime if you're not happy, you know. But for the better ones, definitely the platinum and the diamond. I'm actually thinking of scrapping the gold. I don't know. Let me see. I'll see. So let's see. Somebody saying good Mars, happy Mars, better than Mars in Libra. Well, yeah. He's a happy Mars, all right, that's for sure. He's a strong Mars, let's put it that way. It is a good Mars because of his consistency and his strength. I get that. I mean, the Mars in Libra was the one that kickstarted all this stuff. But when you're opposing Jupiter, I don't know, on an eclipse, I'd be mindful with that one. But yeah, it is a better Mars. I agree. It is a good Mars. But let's watch this space. So that one peaks. That one's going to peak again on the eclipse. So watch this space. So let's go back. What else is going to be happening around about that time? So 28th, there's going to be eclipse. Now I want to talk about something that Tiffany brought up earlier on with Mercury conjunct the Sun. Is you know, by Mercury being conjunct the Sun is you know, combust. Planets within 8 degrees of the Sun is too hot, so the Sun burns it up. It's known as combustion. It tends to damage, weaken the energy of that planet. With Mercury, we know Mercury is a very, very important planet for communication. And we know, like, with these kind of situations, we're getting so much, talk about propaganda, talk about misinformation. It's unreal. Well, we're really going to be experiencing a lot more of things like that, especially right now when Mercury is combust the Sun. No good, get burned up. From miscommunication to misinformation to biased information to inappropriate information, you get the whole works. So yeah, you want to be mindful of this Mercury combustion to the Sun, and again alongside the South Node. We know the South Node. I was telling you that weeks ago about that particular eclipse that we had at 21 degrees Libra on Saturday gone, how it was connected, or it's with the South Node, and the South Node is the one that's more destructive. That's the node that you don't want to be messing around with. Yeah, that's not the node you want to be fucking around. And that's why I feel that this particular eclipse that's taking place on the 28th, I felt this eclipse is better in a sense because it's with the North Node, which is more progressive, it's more forward moving, it more has a kind of, it's got a solar kind of energy to it. So, you know, and it's conjunct Jupiter, it's an exalted moon, that would be, you know, more beneficial in ways. But it's just, I'm just wary about that Mars Jupiter opposition. And are we likely to see something, a big bang going up? But like I say, for me, this is it's the storm before the calm. Okay, so I think we're gonna hear some more. It's gonna flare up a bit somewhere, someplace, and it doesn't necessarily have to be Israel-Palestine situation. It could be another country that's sensitive to that degree or sensitive to that zodiac sign, and voila, you have it. That's all it takes. But this is an eclipse. Now, what is quite interesting is that this eclipse, this full moon eclipse, is in the sign of Taurus. Well, guess what zodiac sign the state of Israel is? The sun sign for the state of Israel? Taurus. Israel, the country. Countries have charts. I've been telling you this. So, hey, yes, Tyrone, welcome to the building. Mercury strikes again, for sure. Israel is ruled by, it's a Taurus country. Well. What can I say? So we have the eclipse, lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. Venus then goes ahead to make a trine to the planet Uranus, which is going to be exact on the 31st of October. That is Tuesday, and that is when I'm going to be doing my special podcast, Halloween's podcast. So instead of doing it, which should be on Wednesday, the 1st of November, I'm going to be doing it on October the 31st. Okay? That's when I'm going to be doing it. So watch out, people. That should be a nice breakout. I'm going to be coming up here, face painted. You're going to be seeing pumpkins up here. Yeah, I'm going to be up here in my Halloween dress. So it's going to be a Halloween special. So be sure to join me. Tell the family. There's going to be lots of drink here. It's going to be, I'm going to spice it all up. Trust me. So make sure was somebody saying screen frozen? Yeah. My screen froze as well for a moment there, Yvette. Yeah, hence why Tyrone said Mercury strikes again. So yeah, my screen froze as well. So it wasn't just you. Maybe it was at my end, but should it be at my end? No, it's got to be to do with you, right? I don't know. Mercury's at his works again. So on the 31st, like I said, and I'm going to be doing a podcast special on that day, Venus is going to be trining Uranus. Energy. That's really good. You know, money, financial endeavors, business endeavors, utilizing your talents can be great for romantic endeavors. That's really spicy. Very experimental times, very eccentric, creative times with Venus trining Uranus. That's good. We definitely want to be working with that. That's going to be on the 31st of October, people. So put that one down in your diaries. That's for sure. That's the planet Venus. And she's going to be trining the planet Uranus, right? Okay. So that's going to be on the 31st. Mind you, prior to that, that's when it's going to peak, by the way. So there will be a build-up. So a few more days coming up to the 31st, Venus will be trining Uranus also as well. But prior to that, we also have the planet Mercury is going to be opposing Jupiter on the 28th. So we got Mercury opposing Jupiter, right? We got Mercury opposing Jupiter. We got Sun also coming to make an opposition to Jupiter. All of that coming off of that eclipse. Then Mercury is going to be opposing Jupiter pretty much the day after the eclipse. And then a few days later, the sun's going to come along and also oppose Jupiter. Big things here, baby. Oppositions are about conflict. Make no mistake about it. So we're going to be having Mercury opposing Jupiter, Mars opposing Jupiter, the Sun opposing Jupiter. I mean, some of this can be good, but yeah, I'll be very mindful about that one. Imbalances, overdoing things, overstretching, overexerting ourselves, with Jupiter opposing all of these planets there in Scorpio. So do watch out for that. However, at that same time, round about the 3rd of November, we've got the planet Venus trining Pluto. We got the planet Venus trining Pluto. I want some of that. Money in the bank, please. Yeah? Anybody up for that one? Any Tauruses in the building? Libras in the building? Taurus rising? Libra rising? Anybody who's got Venus, Pluto aspects in the chart? Virgo rising? Pisces rising? Yeah, you might want to capitalize on this one. Capricorn rising as well. You can use this one. Venus is the ruler of your 5th house. Gemini rising, Venus is the ruler of your 5th house. Maybe buy a lottery ticket. You can give it a go. I prefer the Venus Jupiter for that one. So I gave you that one for earlier on. But for this one can be good. Good for investments, that's for sure. You know, other people's money. You can tap into that. Great stuff. Great for love healing, sexual healing. Bit of Marvin Gaye in the building. If I had the sound bites, I'll be playing some Marvin Gaye right now. So that will be good for that. Venus, Pluto. Time to go deep, 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 deep into the love. We need more of that. We need more of that. Here is where we can start perhaps seeing some powerful love, transformative love, perhaps taking place in the world. We need that. That's going to be very good. That's from the 3rd of October, but that peaks on, that is going to peak on the 6th of November. 6th of November. Did I say October earlier on? No, I meant November, sorry. That's going to be, so 3rd of November, but it's going to peak on the 6th of November. That's Venus trine Pluto. Venus trine Pluto. So that's going to be a very good configuration. Can be good for money, can be good for investments, can be good for love, can be good for anything to do with passions of the heart, transformating, excellent for healing old traumas. That can be really good. And then a few days after that, Venus, on the 8th of November, Venus is going to move into the sign of Libra. Venus is going to enter Libra. Okay. Well, she's going to be going home, right? So that's okay. That's fine. We'll take that. Venus enters Libra. And then what is going to be happening there? Well, a few days after she enters Libra, we're going to be having, there's going to be a new moon. The next new moon is going to be in the sign of Scorpio. So the new moon that was just gone, that was the eclipse in Libra. The next one's going to be in Scorpio. And it's going to be conjunct Mars. Again, we're getting a Mars effect here, people. Planet of war. Yeah, it's a good Mars. Yes, it's a strong Mars. We know that. But hey, we're going to be getting the Mars effect is there. The new moon in Scorpio is literally going to be like conjunct Mars. And this is where it gets really exciting. It's opposed the planet Uranus. Jesus Christ. Whoa. Okay. I don't know what to say with this one. We've got another explosive, unpredictable. We're going to have a new moon. Okay, it's not an eclipse. Fine. Nevertheless, we got a new moon in the sign of Scorpio, opposing Uranus in Taurus. Remember, I said the state of Israel is Taurus ruled. It's Taurus zodiac. Okay, so this opposition, this new moon, which is conjunct Mars, by the way. So it's bringing the heat. Make no mistake about it. It's bringing the heat. It's going to be opposing Uranus in Taurus. So yeah, shout outs to Flower on the Instagram. Shout outs to everybody who's joined me on the Instagram. Imelda, Mason, shout outs to you all. So yeah, that one's looking quite, yeah, that one's going to be on the 13th. I'll speak more about that a bit closer to the date, but I'm giving you heads up. You see, somebody's calling me. How can someone be calling me on the... No, you don't do that, man. Somebody needs to give me a... How do I lock off? Because I've done practically everything. Yeah, it's on airplane mode. It's on do not disturb. What else is there to block calls from coming in? People. Anyway, 13th of November, we've got a new moon in the sign of Scorpio, and that is going to be opposed the planet Uranus in Taurus, and it's also going to be conjunct Mars. Shout outs to Paula on the Instagram. Welcome. So that's looking rather a bit like Mars Uranus. Like, duh. That's going to be similar to Mars Pluto. Well, we know what happened with last Mars Pluto. It kicked off in Israel, and that's still going on. So what can we expect with this one? We got Mars opposite Uranus on a new moon. It's got a new energy to it, but yeah, I'm marking that one down in my diary also as well. Yeah, that one could be an explosive one. Mars opposite Uranus. So I think I'm gonna leave it there on that note. So that takes us up to the 13th of November. Well, you'll hear more on the Sunday podcast, I'm sure, coming up, and you'll also hear more again prior to then next week, and on the Halloween special. Remember, I'm doing a Halloween special. Make sure you join me on the 31st of October right here at the Lunar Lounge. Lunar Lounge is going to be doing a Halloween special, baby. There's going to be food, drink. There's going to be scary stuff. We're going to be going in real deep. May do something in the honor of the ancestors, because that's what it's really about. Yeah, we can have fun with it. Of course, we can have fun with it. But what, in the true spirit of what Halloween, All Souls Day, is essentially about. So, what is happening there? Yeah, I believe that should be enough. So, Sun Pluto already started, right? Sun's going to be moving into Scorpio. Mercury's moving into Scorpio. We've got Mars opposing Jupiter. We've got Venus trining Uranus. We've got Venus trining Jupiter right now. That's a good upliftment. That's a little bit exciting. We got Mercury going to be opposing Jupiter. Sun opposing Jupiter. We got Mars opposing Uranus. It's about to go down, baby. We've got a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus on the 28th. Talk about intense October. It's intense October, and well, I don't even know what November is going to be like, but we're gonna find a name for November. I don't know. It's going to be continuing. Yeah. Somebody's saying here, so exciting. Flower saying, talk about violence in Middle East and the planets, what's happening, things will get better. That's what I've been talking about. You just joined the show. God damn it. That's what I've been talking about, baby. Yeah, it's kicking off. It's all of this intensity. It's all of that Mars, Pluto, Mars squared. That's where it all started. And I told you about that a few weeks before it happened. I told you Mars is squaring Pluto. This is the pressure cooker. Go back and listen to the recording. Go back and listen to it. It's there. It's about to blow. And surely enough, Mars crossed that ascendant of the state of Israel, and booyah. And state of Israel is very sensitive to Mars transits anyway. They've got Sun square Mars in their chart. The state of Israel is born with Sun square Mars. Because some of these people who, I don't know if there's ever going to be other countries that are going to be doing independence, but get an astrologer on board. Well, I mean, of course, you're going to have an independent state. Nothing wrong with that. But at least pick a good time to do it. Not when the sun's squaring Mars. That shows your whole country. That means, and this is not a curse. I have people in the state of, my family's over there, who live over there. I've got very close friends who live over there. That country from day one is built with conflict in it. Any chart that's going to have Sun square Mars in the birth of that chart is going to have some conflict in it. Now, that doesn't mean that the conflict has to be negative, although in most cases it's a powerful energy and often will be expressed in a negative way, but it's there, it's rooted in there. We see it in the chart. So yeah. Somebody's asking me to please check my WhatsApps. I'll check it afterwards. Check it after the show. Okay. But yeah, it's all kicking off. The eclipses. The eclipse also was at what, 21 degrees Libra? Guess what? Rising sign, the state of Israel is 23 degrees Libra. It picked up that. What else do you need? You don't need to look too far for these planetary configurations to really tell you what's really going on. So yeah. Paul is also saying plus eclipses in Libra Aries. I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon. Oh, it'll get better. Sure it will, of course. This is the storm before the calm. It'll be cool. We've been here before, right? And that eclipse was one of the first ones, the one that just passed, of the series of the Libra Aries. Well, we had one in Aries earlier on. One was that May, was it May, April, May this year? So that was in Aries. This one was in Libra. So this was the second one of a series of eclipses in Libra Aries that is going to be happening for the next year and a bit, because then the nodes are going to change sign round about March. I think the last one, I should have it here. Let's have a look at that one. Yeah. So the last one is going to be April 2020. No, it's not. Sorry. The last one. No, that's it. The last one is going to be in Aries, and that's March of 2025. That's going to be the last of that series, of the Aries Libra series. Okay. So there's a back and forth with Aries, Libra, Aries, Libra. You guys sign up, man. If you want to know how these eclipses are going to be affecting you personally, sign up to my paid membership, man. Get it while you can. Prices are going up very soon. Don't say I didn't tell you. Go to the website, www.sacredplanets.co.uk. It's all there, baby. Prefer you get the platinum or the diamond edition, because that one then more goes into your chart stuff. So yeah. So this is we're in this a bit of a mess at the moment. Tensions have risen, but it will cool down. Give it about a month or so. We're probably going to get a big bang after this eclipse here coming up, the lunar eclipse. And like I said earlier on, with those planets opposing each other, and then after that, it should start dying down. But I'm gonna keep you up in the loop and let you know what's going on. But the Venus Jupiter at the moment, that can be quite good. That can be quite good. Okay, baby, it's competition time. We do have half a winner. I repeat, half a winner. How can we have half a winner? What's going on here? So these books were up for grabs. This one is still up. There is still no winner for this book. I'm going to roll it on, but it's going to be a different question. I'm going to roll it on, but it's going to be now a different question. We do have a winner for this book. The question for this one was, what planet rules religion? The answer is Jupiter. The winner is Angela, so she gets that. But I told you that one was easy. So she gets this. This book is old. It's a reprint, of course, but it's old. I mean, this book was 1675, people. 1675. It smells like it was. It's from 1670. It's got an old musk. Well, I don't know if it's musky or it's been in an old storage, but this is an old book. It's a classic. I've got some more of these. Don't worry. And they're going to be on the competition from next week. So I'll be putting this up there. So yeah, Angela, congratulations. You're the winner of this book for the competition. Now, it's almost as though you guys do not listen to the show. Right? Somebody's put here, Jupiter rules drunks. No, it's not Jupiter that rules drunks. Let me give you the answer to that. The planet that rules drunks is the moon. Let me give you a demonstration of what I'm doing right now. Liquids, anything liquids, not just water, liquids as a whole are ruled by the moon. That is why when there is a full moon, people drink more alcohol. People tend to get drunk. Hence why they get drunk, they all get emotional, they get into a fight, they hurt themselves, police has to come out. So there's more police activity, there's more hospital activity, A&E is full up, people are bleeding, they've done all kinds of crazy stuff, more so during the full moon because people have drunk more. Emotions are high, tides are high. So that is what welcome. Is it Anais? Welcome. So that has gone. But I'm going to roll this over. I'm going to pose another question. Since you didn't get it. The moon rules drunks, people. Drinking is a lunar thing. I can understand some of the answers you guys were coming with. You know, hold on, let me see. Okay, I just thought something was coming in there. But you know, it is what it is. So I totally understand why some of you hi there went for like Venus, and somebody said Saturn. A lot of them said Neptune. Yeah, we know Neptune rules drugs, not. Like there weren't no drugs before Neptune was discovered. Keep it traditional, people. But anyway, there's going to be another question for this book. So it's going to be a rollover. Now, the rules are, it's that the person who sends a message to my inbox, now hold on a minute. It's the person who sends the answer to my inbox. Let me give you the inbox address before I tell you the question, right? The Lunar Lounge podcast at gmail.com. For those of you who are watching the repeat, especially on the YouTube, it should appear below. Not for you guys who are watching live. For you guys, it should be below. The Lunar Lounge podcast, because I take it down and edit it and put it there so that you can get to see it. The Lunar Lounge podcast at gmail.com. It's the first person who sends the answer after midnight next week, Wednesday. The answers are always for the following Wednesday. And I do that because not everybody has a chance or gets a chance to join me on the live. Some people will listen to this on the podcast, on the Amazon or the Apple or the, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe, whether you YouTube or whether you are listening on any of the podcast platforms. I'm available on Apple, Spotify, that kind. But people don't get to listen live. So sometimes, people will be listening to this tomorrow, the after tomorrow, 3 days after, and they get a chance also to enter the competition. So that's why I give it like a week. So you have a chance up until next week, Wednesday, midnight, GMT time. It's the first person who inboxes me with the correct answer. What is going to be the question for this now? The question is, what planet rules deserts? Deserts. They need you, for you astrology guys, a desert. We know what a desert is, right? Like a Sahara desert. What planet rules deserts? Okay. Think, don't just think it through. I should be telling you shouldn't allow to use Google either, but no, I know some of you are going to cheat. Anyway, the first person who inboxes me, the Lunar Lounge podcast at gmail.com. The Lunar Lounge podcast at gmail.com. First person who emails me gets this book. So Astrology Decoded. That is going to be for next week, Wednesday. What is the date for next week, Wednesday, right? It's going to be what, 25th or something? 25th. I am correct. I do know my dates, don't I? Yeah. So the 25th. So new question, what planet rules deserts? What planet rules deserts? And next week will be there'll be another question as well. But congratulations to Angela. She has won this one. Cool. Where are we at? It's the tarot card of the week. And then we bring the show to a close, right? Tarot card of the week. That time, baby. So let's see what's coming out for us today. So somebody's saying, I don't drink, so I wouldn't know. I don't drink either. That's no excuse. I don't drink. Oh God. You drink something. You drink some liquid. It's all moon. It's all moon. It's all the moon, baby. Speaking of the moon, I had to take some water myself. Okay, tarot card of the week. Let me shuffle and let's see what card is going to be presenting itself for us today. Shout out to everybody there in the Instagram. Thanks a lot for joining me, and also for you joining me on the YouTube as well. Coolio. So I'm just about to shuffle here and let you know what is the card of the week. I find out when you find out. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Tarot card of the week is... Oh, okay. What have we got here? We got the Tower. Damn. Well. It's the Tower, baby. Tarot card of the week. We get the Tower. I don't think we've had the Tower before, have we? Well, yeah, that's the card that's come out for us. We got the Tower, the beautiful Tower. So, what is the message? The Tower represents reconstructing. It gives us an experience where we may feel things are falling apart. I suppose in certain parts of the world, this is really apparent. but it indicates a restructuring. The Tower is indicating that whatever is falling apart in our lives needs to fall apart, and it's necessary that it falls apart, and it's falling apart for a particular reason. And that reason is necessary, and we need to reconstruct whatever it is that we were building upon. The foundations were not set properly. They're not built on solid truth. So the Tower allows us to shift our consciousness in a way so that we can rebuild something better, greater and better. The Tower has an element of chaos to it, but remember, out of chaos comes order. We want order. We're creatures of habit. We want nice stability, security things in our life. Well, that comes out of chaos. Order comes out of chaos. Chaos first, order is born out of it. So this is letting us know that over the course of the next week, we are invited to look at areas of our life that appear to be falling apart, where we are taken by surprise. This card can often indicate like the rug being pulled from underneath your feet. Wherever it is, it won't be in all aspects of your life. For some people, it will be relationships. For some people, it'll be home. For some people, it'll be career. For some people, it'll be family. For some people, it'll be money. For some people, it's education. It'll be in various. You need to restructure, is what this card essentially is about. It's about the restructuring. That is what the Tower essentially is about. Put the pieces together, people. That's what it's about. Welcome. Is that Henna B? Haneen? Is that you, Haneen? On my Instagram? For real? So that is what the Tower essentially is about. It's about putting the pieces together. Restructuring. Whatever's falling apart is necessary. We must destroy in order to rebuild. It's a part of life, people. So the things even that we're seeing in the world today, as catastrophic as it may be, it's something that is necessary on some level to happen, and it's out of that comes a new world. It's out of that is where we build. Nothing is born without a struggle. There's always going to be some form of conflict, we can maybe minimize that and learn to challenge that, but there's always going to be some kind of struggle for something to be born. People, you have been listening to the Lunar Lounge podcast with me, myself, and I, Israel Ajosi. I want to thank each and every single one of you. Go get your paid subscriptions on my website real quick, because the prices are going up. You got the gold, you got the platinum, you got the diamond. You get monthly readings, tarot readings, you get numerology, astrology, you get the whole package, man. Like, there's no see, now I'm getting another phone call. What the hell? Who is disrupting my show? Who's disrupting my show? How can you? I'm telling you, man, I've tried everything. Yeah, it's on the airplay mode, and it's on everything, and it's on do not disturb. The phone calls keep coming in. Apologies for you guys because it disturbs you guys. It doesn't disturb the people on the doesn't disturb people on the YouTube. Yeah, so I want to thank each and every single one of you. You've been tuning in. Do remember 2 shows a week, people. Do listen to me. Again, when I upload on the Sunday show, it's on a Sunday. It's not on the YouTube, but it is available on all, podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, Google. You will get it all there. Okay, guys? So, yeah, you can always listen to the show there, and yeah. Leave a comment on the Spotify. You can always do that. So on that note, people, thank you very much to every single one of you. Thanks a lot for your support. I will be back live with you next week, 25th, 12:30 p.m. UK time, giving you the updates. I am the host with the most planetary news and updates. My name is Israel Josie. You're listening to the Lunar Lounge, and I am out. Thank you, and goodbye. Have a safe day, safe week, safe month. Thank you.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.